Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today we will talk about how to generate calls with tech support for tech support by cloaking method. So we all know that tech support is a no-no for any traffic source, and there are plenty of traffic sources. They claim that they are going to give you traffic and take a deposit of $1,000, and you later on find out and discover that you have blown the $1,000 deposit with them, and they gave you a shit traffic and it's not converting and you are not getting calls, which is a big headache right now. In order to create tech support campaign, you need some tools, and you will be able to cloak the campaign to get calls. So there is no other method available right now in order to get tech support calls. The only method is by cloaking the traffic. So what is cloaking? Well, cloaking is like making a fool of the traffic source providers. For example, if you cloak a campaign, the Google reviewer or anybody from Google or the Google bots would be sent to page A, and the real users would be sent to page B. So that's how cloaking works. And in order to do that, you need certain tools and you need certain softwares to execute such kind of advanced methods. So the tools what we require in order to do cloaking is dedicated server, so that we can host our site in the dedicated server. The reason why we need this, because we have to deploy a small snippet, a small code in our website, and that code would be calling millions of IP addresses and would be checking it through the database, and it has to be executed within 200 milliseconds. That is the reason we need a dedicated server in order to run cloaking in your website and get success with it. Else your cloaking will fail and you will bleed your money and you will bleed to death. In order to control that VPS server, the dedicated server, you need a web server, the Nginx. This is like cPanel that you have in GoDaddy. The same cPanel will be here and would be controlled by Nginx. And the third thing that you need in order to successfully host your website with a dedicated server is LAMP stack. LAMP stack stands for Linux, Nginx, MySQL, and PHP. These four softwares absolutely needed in order to host your website with the dedicated server. Also, you need Ubuntu operating system, which is the lightest, fastest, and secure. You need an FTP. I'm sorry, that's a misspelling. I will correct that later. So you need an FTP server as well, so that you can FTP and upload files and make changes to your websites once you load it in your dedicated server. Apart from that, you can either go for a PHP based site or you can go for a CMS based site, which is WordPress. In WordPress, we install a small plugin and we paste the code in the plugin, and we are all set with it. And apart from that, the important thing what we need is Cloaker. There are plenty of them. There are noipfraud. There is just Cloak It. There is fraudbuster, and there is trafficarmor. So all of them are paid. Nobody of them comes with the free trial. It's only fraudbuster which comes with free trial. But hang on. What people do, they go and search for fraudbuster, they sign up for 30 days and they start cloaking and they fail miserably. The reason why they fail miserably, because they don't understand how cloaking works. Cloaking has to be done in a web page which loads less than 200 milliseconds. If you are not able to do that, you are totally doomed. So that's the reason people who are complaining that the cloaker is not working, it's not cloaker, asshole, it's your problem. You have not set it right. That's the reason you are failing time and again. Don't blame the cloaker. The cloaker is working excellent. It's working great. So the number 8 which we need is customized name server. That's for DNS, to accelerate the speed to execute the DNS query, so that when you type in a website address, it should load the website even faster. The cloaking method that I'm talking about today that covers certain traffic sources. It covers Google AdWords, it covers Facebook, it covers pop networks, it covers porn networks. Let's come back to Google AdWords. Yes, it does cover Google AdWords even from the Indian Google account or any Google account, provided that has not been suspended, provided that has not been abused in the past. And yes, it works also in Facebook. People say that we are not able to generate traffic from Facebook. That's complete bullshit. People are doing great things in Facebook, and you can get great results with Facebook, and cheaper traffic, and you can laser target even the demographic, the age, the operating system, and even the browser. So Facebook is a great way to start as well. Pop networks. One of the myths with the pop network that you can sign up for with any pop network, start cloaking, and you will be up and running with the calls. Excuse me, sir, that's not going to happen. The reason why it's not going to happen, because every pop network, they know anybody signing up from Indian IP address is going to do tech support on their pop networks. The footprints are very obvious. What are the footprints for the tech support? Number one, they will come from India. Number two, they are going to target operating system, which is Windows. Number three, they want desktop traffic. Number four, they want to buy all the traffic. Number five, they will run the campaign from 9 to 6 or even 6 to 6 Eastern or Pacific Standard Time. Number six, they don't want mobile traffic, and also they will bid really high. So they understand the footprints, that how tech support industry works, and that's how they find you out, and you are driven out from the network. They take your money, close the account, and you are doomed. Now, porn networks. Yes, we can definitely help you get sign up with a porn network. And in porn networks, there are two ways how you can make a campaign. The first one is banner, the second one is pop unders. But keep in mind, in order to do all that, you need to have access to a US IP. Not an IP, I would rather say remote, wherein you have a real desktop available in United States with a real IP, with a real credit card, with the real information. You sign up from the US, you create the account, and we create the banner, we create the pop landers and get it approved. But remember the trick, you cannot just copy and paste your pop-up lander directly to the pop under campaign in porn network. You will instantly get banned. So there is a strategy, and the strategy has to be implemented correctly, else you will be suspended and kicked off instantly from the porn networks. Okay, let's talk about the survival of the campaign. So how many days or weeks would a Google account will survive? It generally survives as long as like 2 to 3 weeks, if you do not finger or try to poke the Google account really bad. Else it can even last more than 3 weeks. So number two, Facebook. People say that it doesn't work with Facebook. Bullshit. Facebook works really great. It can even last for more than 2 months. There is a strategy behind it. In Facebook, when you create a campaign, do not ever target audience targeting. First, Instagram. Second, and third, the desktop feed. When you do desktop feed, people can report it. And when people report, Facebook will get to know that you are doing some dicey. And that's how they get to find out that you are playing around. And you are caught and you are kicked off from the Facebook. So there is a strategy how to play in Facebook and still not get banned for as long as like 2 months. Seriously, 2 months. And with pop networks. With pop networks, as I said before, and same goes with the porn network, they will last for 3 weeks straight, provided if you create the account from the United States. From India, no chance. You create an account from India, you are under radar. They understand that you are here for tech support. No matter how smart you play, they will keep you under high risk radar. So you are always on the watch list. Let's understand a problem with the pop networks. As I said before, if you sign up from the Indian IP, you are under radar. They understand what are the footprints of the tech support, the desktop traffic, the time zones that you are going to cover, the geo that you are going to cover, which is US and Canada, the operating system that you're going to cover, the browser that you're going to cover. They understand all that footprints. That's the reason, you cannot play along with them. They understand it clearly and they want to mitigate it. Pop network is already a tier 2 or tier 3 traffic. They are already under radar by the ad network fraternity. So they keep an eye on them. I mean, there is a watchdog for ad practices as well. So there's an international body which monitors if you are doing ad fairly or not. So they are under pressure. So they would be the first one to take you down. Number 3, the ID verification. If you think that you will be able to play along with the pop networks, they will not let you do. Yeah, you can do it in popular ads. You can go ahead and instantly upload like $100 and verify with the phone number. You can start and cloak, but you will be kicked off very soon. And yes, many of the pop networks like AdCash, Infinity Ads, and few more other pop networks, they claim that if you give them a deposit of $1,000, they will let you run the campaign. That's pretty bullshit. They're going to give you fake traffic, and you will be able to get about I don't know, 20-30 calls, because I faced it in the past with AdCash. They took my $1,000 and they gave me shit. So fake traffic, bot traffic, you get to see all the traffic on Google Analytics, but however, you don't see any conversion happening. So you are doomed. Now let's talk about something else. The myths. Okay, many people say that they have VPN, VPS, and VCC. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, VPS stands for Virtual Private Server, and VCC stands for Virtual Credit Card. So they don't have a credit card, they have already abused the credit card, or they don't have the IP address, right IP address, they would be able to bypass it with Google. You will not be able to do that. Seriously, I'm telling you, you will not be able to bypass Google with VPN, VPS, and virtual credit card. They understand you are using virtual credit card. They understand you are signing up from a VPS or from Amazon, AWS. So they will kick you off. They understand that you are not a real visitor, you are not a real user, and you are trying to use fake IDs in order to log into them. So they will not instantly, but yes, they will kick you off very sooner, very early. And yes, people say that they cannot cloak in Facebook. That's completely, a myth. That's a bullshit. You can definitely cloak with the Facebook, and the results are unprecedentedly, amazing. And yes, with pop networks, as I already discussed, AdCash, they always say that it works, and they want a deposit of $1,000 to get the calls driven. That's completely bullshit, as I said. Yeah, one more thing. People think that they can start cloaking with GoDaddy and HostGator. Excuse me, sir. You are not be able to do that. Shared hosting are too slow. There are thousands of websites hosted on the same IP. If you even open a Google account, you may even get banned because it will be traced back to the same IP which has abused the Google network in the past. So Google, it keeps a database of those IP addresses which has been constantly abusing its network. So if you happen to host your site in GoDaddy and it happens to be hosted in the same IP that has been abused by somebody else, even you will be screwed. That's what it is. Alright, let's understand the matrix now, the ROI. The cheapest traffic is equal to cheap calls. However, we all know this fact. However, one important thing, cheaper traffic doesn't mean it's a quality traffic. You can get cheaper traffic from Infinity Ads as well. Cheaper traffic could be obtained from so many places, but that's definitely not AdCash and definitely not Infinity Ads. You can start with Facebook, you can start with Google AdWords if you know how to target well in AdWords. And apart from that, there are porn and pop networks that can give you cheap traffic. And you need to track them to find out which are the bad traffic sources, and you weed out from the campaign. You can definitely pin down to the demographic level to above 40 years of age, the geo, US, Canada, Australia, UK, and France, and operating system Windows and Mac. Most of the people go for Windows, and few of them are there for Mac. I generally suggest that go for the mix of both, but keep your targeting as such that you get very low Mac traffic. And we all know the browser settings, so there's nothing new that we need to learn about it. So I offer this services and I help you to get the campaign cloak end to end. So what you get with my service? With my service, you get longer campaign survival, as long as 2 months with the Facebook and 3 weeks with the Google pop networks and porn networks, provided if you have access to US IP. You remember, for all the porn networks and pop networks, you need access to the US remote. With Google account, you can even do with the Indian account. Run campaign, yes, as I was saying, you can run campaign in Indian AdWords account. That's not a problem. It must not be abused before. It must not be linked to the same credit card which was used before and got the account suspended. It should not be the same IP address. It should not be the same account opened with the same phone number, the mobile phone number which is connected to the old Google account which was abused. I will provide you end-to-end cloaking campaign setup, which means that you don't have to do anything. And the best part is that you can sit back and give me control of your PC. I will do it on your PC so that you can watch the progress of the work. At the same time, you can learn. Look, guys, I will have no time to provide you spoon feeding kind of work. That is the reason I want you to learn at the same time. I will even record the video of the project, and at the end of the project I will deliver you the video and send it to you at your email address. That's how you can rewind and find out that what you missed and how you can do it by yourself time and again. However, I will be available on Skype and you can ping me for small thing, but I will not be able to do the spoon feeding, Once the project is over, I will explain to you end to end, step by step, everything. I will give you the video and I will tell you what to do, what not to do, what to keep in mind, and what to forget. So I will deploy all the technologies required, which are BPS, DNS, web server, FTP, CMS, the theme, the right theme on the WordPress, the right plugin to set up on the WordPress to make even WordPress faster and to communicate with the cloaker. As I was saying, I will set it up on your PC and you will get to see what's happening right now. What's happening on the PC right at that point of time. One more thing, I do not take any advance payment, so relax. I'm not asking for any advance payment. So what you can do, once the project is over, then you make payment to me. And we are good. So my fees is $175 in Bitcoin. And if you happen to transfer me in INR, it will be at 12,250 rupees. And please ping me, guys, at my Skype ID, which is Alpha IT Services 1. That's ALPHAITSERVICES 1. If I don't happen to respond back to you early, then please be patient. I will definitely get back to you ASAP. Again, the Skype ID, please note down and give me a ping and I'll take it from there. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that this will help you, and if you are really advanced user, I have given you enough clue how to get these things done, and if you need my help, I can be reached at my Skype ID. Again, I'll see you later. Bye.